What could be worse than having me on your screen? Well, perhaps two of us on your screen. Hello, Simon. Hi, Simon. This is very strange. What do you want? Hi. Hi, Simon. Hi, Simon. Well, three of us is a little bit too much, and that's how I feel about click here links. Let me explain. This accessibility gotcha is littered across the internet. You see it everywhere. It's when you have a link that simply says click here or read more. Now, a screen reader user has no way of understanding where that link may lead because it just announces click here. It's like having those free versions of me just repeating the same thing over and over and over again. You don't want that. I have 3 tips to share on this subject. The first is aimed directly at content authors. Now, when you're adding a link, it needs to accurately describe where the user will go and what they will get upon clicking the link. That's why click here just doesn't cut it, because a screen reader will independently announce all the links on a page. And if they all say click here, it provides no context. So next time you're adding a link, rather than add click here, add something like read our guide on accessible websites. You get it? The other thing is to make sure that you try and fit your link text within the body of the text rather than just plonking it at the end. It just allows the user to read and for it to flow better. Nice. My tips for content authors too, and it relates to copying and pasting URLs. Now, they're quite clunky if you just paste them directly into your text, because a screen reader has to announce every component, i.e. https://www. You get the picture. Now, if that link is really long, it can be arduous to listen to. So it's always good practice to make sure you're adding that link to appropriate text. My turn. Mine's for developers, and it's to ask you to add ARIA labels to those buttons that are added to listing items. You know, the ones that say read more for news or buy now for products. Just make sure that they have a relevant ARIA label attribute applied to it. Thanks, Simon and Simon. They were great tips. Now you know what a curse click here links are. Remember to think about it carefully next time you are adding a link to a website. And join us on the campaign to banish click here links. What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now!